red and blue. You, which color is right for you? Minnesota Vikings. Just kidding. Having a Christmas background. There we go. There we go. Minnesota Vikings safety Harrison Smith. Had a bit of a neck injury. He's on the injury list, and we need him to heal up. We need him to heal up for Saturday's game against the Indianapolis Colts, and I feel kind of bad for Harrison because this is a little bit of short notice, and neck injuries can be pretty serious, and I don't know if he can heal in like 3 days. But hopefully Harrison Smith is just up to speed enough for him to play. But you never want to force it. Harrison Smith, star safety for the Vikings, in my opinion, deserves Hall of Fame. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He deserves to be a Hall of Famer when he retires. Harrison Smith as well. He's always been known as a fierce player. I've always seen him on the field where sometimes he goes up against guys like DK Metcalf. He goes up against other speedy receivers. He goes up against big tight ends, but he doesn't care. He does not care. He'll still do his best to tackle him. He's like Tyrann Mathieu. He's like a honey badger. And honey badgers are tough, man. They are tough. And Harrison Smith, he's an absolute beast. He's been on the Vikings for about 11 years now, and he had a neck injury, like I just said, that wiped out his entire last game against the Detroit Lions in Week 14, a dreadful loss of the game that must not be named or spoken of, but for some reason it still is spoken of by me. And yeah, he and a bunch of other veterans were inactive for that game and might be inactive for the Colts game, but we don't want that to happen because Harrison Smith, first off, looking at his stats for this year, you might think that he's a little bit quiet, but he's not. He's not. And he's been getting quite a lot of interceptions this season, whether you think of it or not. He has 5 interceptions this year, although it feels like he has a lot more than that. It feels like he gets a pick each and every game. It felt like that in 2020, man. Harrison Smith was a very clutch player for the defense in 2020, back when we were Garbaggio. Man, we used to suck pond water in 2020 because of how bad we were. We still ended up 7-9 though, but that's not the best record ever. We're 10-3 this year though. So 73, 15 assists, tackles, yards. Yeah, it looks like he doesn't have that many good stats this year, but he's actually contributed to the team a lot more than you might think, which is why we depended on him a lot against the Detroit Lions. But when he wasn't there, our number one safety that we depend on, Harrison Smith, was also a great mentor, by the way. It was hard not having him there. It was hard. He's a guy that we depend on, that we trust, that we look forward to, that we rely on to help us with the coverage. And when he's not there, especially in this Garbaggio 3-4 scheme, we need Harrison Smith in there. We need him again. But hopefully he heals up from that neck injury because he did have full practice today, as the injury report said. But let us know in the comments below what you guys think of this. And until next time, Harrison Smith had some limited practice yesterday and full practice today. Hopefully he heals, gets better, uses every bit of time that he can to rest and practices well as well. That sounded weird. Well, let us know in the comments below. And until next time, JJ Vikings crew, let's get a win on Saturday with Harrison Smith leading the way on defense. Skol Vikings.